The official definition of self-discipline.
Akshara.
Can we connect now, sir?
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
ప్రధాని నెతన్యాహు వ్యాఖ్యానించిన నేపథ్యంలో ట్రంప్ హడావిడిగా అమెరికా వెళ్లనుండడం ప్రాధాన్యం సంతరించుకుంది. ఇరాన్ అణు కేంద్రాలపై అమెరికా దాడి చేయనుందా? G7 సదస్సు నుంచి అందుకే అమెరికా అధ్యక్షుడు డొనాల్డ్ ట్రంప్ హడావుడిగా వెనుతిరిగారా? ఇజ్రాయెల్ దాడిలో ఇరాన్ అణు కేంద్రాలు పూర్తిగా ధ్వంసం కాలేదా? అమెరికా వద్ద ఉన్న బంకర్ బస్టర్ బాంబులకే ఇరాన్ అణు కేంద్రాలను ధ్వంసం చేసే సామర్థ్యం ఉందా అంటే అవుననే సమాధానం వినిపిస్తోంది. ట్రంప్ ఎప్పుడు ఎలాంటి నిర్ణయం తీసుకుంటారు అనే దానిపై సర్వత్రా ఉత్కంఠ నెలకొంది.
ఇజ్రాయెల్ ఇరాన్ మధ్య భీకర పోరు జరుగుతున్న వేళ కెనడాలో జరుగుతున్న G7 సదస్సు నుంచి అమెరికా అధ్యక్షుడు డొనాల్డ్ ట్రంప్ హడావిడిగా అమెరికాకు తిరుగు ప్రయాణం కావడం అనేక ఊహాగానాలకు తావిస్తోంది. ఇరాన్ పై దాడులను ప్రారంభించిన దగ్గర నుంచి అమెరికా కూడా ఇందులో పాలు పంచుకోవాలని ఇజ్రాయెల్ కోరుతోంది. అయితే ఇప్పటి వరకు అమెరికా అందుకు నిరాకరిస్తూ వస్తోంది. ఇరాన్ లో ఉన్న అణు కేంద్రాలను పూర్తిగా ధ్వంసం చేయాలంటే అది అమెరికాకే సాధ్యమని నిపుణులు అభిప్రాయపడుతున్నారు. ఇరాన్ లో నతాంజ్ ఫార్దో అణు కేంద్రాలను భూగర్భంలో లోతుగా నిర్మించారు. వీటిని పేర్ చేయాలంటే అత్యంత భారీ శ్రేణికి చెందిన GBU-57 బంకర్ బస్టర్ బాంబులు అవసరం. అవి అమెరికా వద్ద మాత్రమే ఉన్నాయి. ఇజ్రాయెల్ దాడిలో ఇరాన్ లోని అణు కేంద్రాలు పెద్దగా దెబ్బతినలేదని అంతర్జాతీయ అణుశక్తి సంస్థ అధిపతి రఫాలే గ్రూసీ వెల్లడించారు. నతాంజ్లోని భూగర్భ ఇరాన్ లోని ఫార్దో అణు కేంద్రం చాలా కీలకమైనది.
Hello, hello. Okay. You are able to see my screen. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Both of you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Hello, friends. Okay. Why these tax crimes happen? In this world, people are two kinds of people: ethical people, unethical people. Ethical people, they'll follow law. Unethical people, they'll break the law, breach the law. Right or wrong?
Yes,
Hello?
sir. Yes, sir.
Right or wrong. That is why, but how government will run based upon taxes collected from us, right? For that, they design a law and then they're given a certain rules, certain procedures, certain standards. So, tax planning is not crime, tax management is not crime, tax evasion is a crime according to law. So, wherever tax evasion happen, then all these problems will start. It leads to crime. Crime also, what kind of crimes are there? There are two kind of crimes. One is civil in nature, another one is criminal nature. When civil in nature, when criminal nature. When there is an intention of fraud, error. When there is an intention of tax evasion, then such a case, it will happen like there will be start mens rea, guilty of mind. When guilty of mind, the wrongdoer should punish in law. Hello, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. You can both.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
can be in unmute. If you want, you can
Okay,
speak,
okay, sir.
and then you can ask doubts also.
Okay, sure, sure, sir.
So basically, the government or authorities will run based on tax collected. Those taxes is a funds will be collected by the Ministry of Finance. Those funds will be collected by the authorities like income tax, GST. There are various things out there. This fund will goes to Ministry of
Okay.
Finance. Ministry of Finance will distribute an allocation for the government functions and administrative. So these
Okay,
authorities have
okay.
a full power to collect the money, to recover the money, based on the available laws. Those called like income tax, GST, international taxation, VAT, and there are entertainment tax. There are various kinds of taxes. Just 1 minute, my mobile I'll put charge and come.
Okay, sir.
See, generally, there are many crimes. The tax crimes is going on India. So I brought few tax cases, around 15 GST cases and 25 income tax cases I brought and presenting before you. If you go each case, there will be like what kind of crime they are incurred, what kind of crime. and what protection from the law and what recovery mechanism, what prevention mechanism held by the law also we will detail discuss now, each case by case we will discuss.
Yes, sir.
During my discussion if you got any doubt, no, right, for example if you want to understand more you can ask the question. So every law there will be like certain, for example if you take criminal cases normal other than tax criminal case, what will happen? BNSS will says that like which section talk about which penalty, what amount of penalty. But BSS says what says that it will be like a procedure, how to conduct, how to do arrest, like what is the procedure is there, what is the mechanism over there, like BSS says that. And then for these two, the Evidence Act will be the link, evidence should be there to do all those procedures. Like such a way, in income tax GST also, there are certain kinds and procedures and rules frame over there. So each crime, in order to protect the interest of the revenue and wherever prejudicial to the interest of the revenue, to protect the interest of the revenue, you need to follow, adhere the certain rules and procedures, either in income tax, either maybe GST. You should not come and no like directly to attack or maybe take in someone and arresting, or maybe you can give like directly order. No, not like that. There will be procedure. For example, in criminal law also you are aware of it, no? Like there will be certain procedures over there regarding to arrest. Below 7 years case, there will be like 48 hours notice before there, and then if behind the like imprisonment is behind 7 years, immediately can arrest like that. So in GST and income tax also there are certain rules and procedures over there. In certain limit, actually in GST and income tax also, you cannot affect the criminal procedures are not there. Only few exception cases they kept into like a criminal nature of the transactions and it leads to the criminal. But in criminal law there is no compounding effect. But here also compounding effect is there. For example, if you paid heavy duty, it will be lifter. It will be you will be free from the prosecution. You will free from the next procedure. That also available in the compounding effect will be available in the income tax and GST. Whereas in other criminal laws there is no such facility. So now we'll take one case. PV Ramana Reddy versus Union of India. It is a Supreme Court case. The petitioner challenged the arrest under Section 69, the GST Act, on the ground that arrest cannot be made prior to the adjudication of the tax liability. The main contention was that unless an assessment is completed, tax liability quantified, arrest to violate the principles of natural justice. Yes. See, if you look into section 69, what section 69 says that, I will show you what section 69 says that. Section 69 says that where tax liability is more than 2 crores, 3 crores, I'll show you that one. See, section 69 says that power to arrest. What power to arrest? Commissioner may authorize the arrest of a person if offence is a cognizable and non-bailable under section 132 subsection 5. But if you go to section 132 subsection 5, what says that the prosecution and imprisonment cover serious offences like supply of goods, service with intent to evade tax, issuing the fake invoice, availing ITC fraudulently, falsification of accounts and document, abstracting the GFC officer. So the punishment based on the amount tax evaded. For example, collected the tax and but not paid. The amount is below 1 crore, but offense under section 132 subsection 1, the bailable section and imprisonment will be up to 6 months. If the amount involved collected tax but not deposited into the government, amount is 1 crore to 2 crore. It is available up to 1 year will be the imprisonment. If the 2 crores to 5 crores, imprisonment will be up to 3 years but bailable. Where the amount crossed 5 crores is a non-bailable and imprisonment will be up to 5 years. So if you see this case, what says that it should be covered under section 69A. Then only you are able to do arrest him, because the tax evasion amount should gross more than 5 crore. Then it's non-bailable offense and then arrest provisions will be lead. That when it will happen, when adjudicating authority assessed, completed the liability quantified, then only they comes to know, no, it is a cross 5 crores or 6 crores something. So that this guy, what happened, he raised a voice before the Supreme Court. He says that the competent authority has not completed the assessment, is not quantified the tax, and how they can do arrest me. But law clearly says that where section 69 and read with one section 132, where you are violate the 5 crores, then 132 comes. Then section 69 is empowered to arrest. Section 69 given empowerment to arrest by the
Yes, sir.
officer. Hello?
Yes, sir, we are listening.
Yeah, section 69 was empowered.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
So that's what. Then, in this case, Supreme Court what says that nature of crime is alleged GST evasion prior to adjudication. Okay. But Supreme Court upheld that the power of arrest under section 69 even without prior adjudication. Even
Okay, sir.
adjudication, even though not completed, but whereas warranted by section 69 and leads to section 69 will be empowered when 132 provision will invoke. That's called where cross amount is 5 crores.
Okay, sir, okay, sir.
Okay. Next case. If you next case take Union of India versus Pana Jain. In this case, the petitioner sought anticipatory bail in GST evasion case involving the fake invoice and misappropriation of ITC. The state argued that custodial interrogation was necessary to trace the fraudulent and network. Nature of crime,
Yes, sir.
GST evasion and bogus ITC claim. Judgment, Supreme Court denied the
Okay.
anticipatory bail and
Mm-mm.
stressing for proper investigation. In this case, actually, what happened? No, the facts of the case.
Yes, sir.
In this case, the petitioner Spana Jain, she went to High Court, Bombay High Court, regarding to
Okay, sir.
anticipatory bail. Then anticipatory. First, she was arrested. No, she was catched under the GST, like fake invoices claimed ITC, and then she approached the Bombay High Court. Bombay High Court given the interim relief, and then department went to the Supreme Court on interim relief. Then Supreme Court says that since the matter was under the investigation authority and the no investigation is not completed, the High Court interferes like a premature action. So it is a serious nature of the fraud is there. So it is a this time High Court could not be interfere like that. Supreme Court thought it, and then Supreme Court was denied the anticipatory bail, stressing that it's need a proper investigation. Okay, that's what happened. If you take next to Vimala Ashwagiri versus Goswami State of Gujarat, in this case, High Court, the accused had multiple fake firms and passed on fraudulent ITC with actual supply of investigations, revealed circular trading and shell company operations. This case is a bogus ITC claim via fake entities. So judgment bail is denied due to serious economic implications in this case. Hello,
Yes,
are you
sir. Yes, sir.
understanding what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah,
talking?
yeah, sir.
Are you understanding what I'm talking? See, tomorrow in Savita Law College, our topic is what tax crimes. First, we
Yes,
need
sir.
to
Yes,
reach
sir.
the audience what kind of crimes were there. We need to
Yes, sir.
explain
Yes,
them
sir.
crime. Like we'll take some cases, we'll explain the facts of the case, what kind of crime were involved into the case. Then, once the facts
Sir,
of the case
actually,
understood,
this was taken by you.
what madam?
Actually, this case you are telling no, sir. Your explanation.
Hmm.
This case was taken by you, or the case
No,
another
no, no.
company.
This much big case if I take in, I will be Karodpati. No, I am not Karodpati. I am normal, normal guy only. Okay,
Okay, okay,
I am
okay.
not earned so
Okay,
much
I
money.
thought this was a case taken by you.
No, no, no.
Okay,
I
okay.
am living in normal life only, normal cases only. This much,
Okay, okay, okay,
this
sir.
case and all they charge you 2 crore, 3 crore money rupees.
Oh, okay, okay, sir. Oh,
You
wow,
thinking that
nice.
10,000, 50,000? Ah, no, 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 no. Less, at least 10 lakhs more only they will handle these cases and all. For single rupee, 2
Oh, okay,
rupee,
okay.
3 rupee, they will not come back to these cases. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, sir. Understood.
See, Vimala Yogeshwari Goswami versus State of Gujarat. In this case, what happened now? The accused had created multiple fake firms and processed fraudulent ITC without actual supply of goods. Investigate authorities revealed the circulars, trading, and shell company operations. See, the GST is a like entity, it can pass the credit to one entity to another entity. So, if you read section 16, they clearly says that without moving the goods, without actual services over there, you cannot issue the tax invoice, you cannot pass the credit over to the another entity. That's a crime. If you read with section 120 to 133, I'll explain that section. See, see, tax crimes offenses under GST law. Section 122 clearly says that penalty for certain offenses. What are those? Supply of goods or services without invoice, issue of the fake invoice, availing input tax credit, and without actual receipt of goods or services, collection of tax but failure to pay the government, failure to abstracting or preventing in the discharge of his duties. These cases leads to the penalties and offenses.
Okay, sir.
Section 123 penalty for failure furnish information applies to failure furnish returns under section 150 information return penalty 100 rupees per day magnitude 5,000. See, the guy has to file a return, has to furnish the full information with the department. Otherwise, he will be leads to under section 123 penalty provisions, and he has to furnish the statements. Okay. Now, section 127 power to impose penalty in certain cases. Officer can impose the penalty when the office is not specifically covered under section 120 to 126.
Okay, okay, sir.
So, section 67, okay, that I'll tell you later. Now, in this case, what happened? Bogus ITC. So, if you have a bogus ITC, what clearly law says that? You read no already. Section 127 122 clearly says that penalty for certain offences. What are those? Supply of goods, services without invoice. Availing input tax credit without actual receipt of goods or services is a crime. Under section 122, section 16, you clearly read these two sections and 17 also. Clearly, law says that you cannot claim. But what this guy did, what did this guy did? He claimed ITC, bogus ITC, by creating with the like entities, multiple entities, without actual receipt of goods and services. So that's under the crime. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
Sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Understood
Yes, sir.
now?
We are listening. We
No,
are
no, I
listening.
will not explain more cases. After fourth case, I'll go to income tax, and then I'll
Okay,
go
okay,
to
sure, sure, sure.
yeah.
Sir, actually, tomorrow onwards you can give a filing case, sir.
Uh,
We'll try out.
what I don't understand.
Filing.
Yeah, I will give user ID password. That also I'll show you right now. Just few minutes you
Okay,
wait.
okay,
At
okay,
the
sir.
end of this session, I'll show you my high court that site and all. You can try some petitions like through no like trial mode you can do.
Okay,
Okay.
sure, sure, sure.
For example, Limited superintendent of the GST Madras High Court. Goods were detained by the authorities, alleging that discrepancy during the transaction. The petitioner argued that detention without adjudication and show cause notice was unlawful. Yes, you have to detention, and then you need to seek the documents, and then you need to assess, and then you need to issue show cause notices, then only you can go. Without all those, seizing the goods alone is not lawful. Understand?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Next, I'll go to income tax. See, in income tax, in GST, what is the issue? Input has credit. In income tax, what is the issue? TDS. In
Yes,
GST,
sir.
what is the issue? Sales, suppressed the sales or claimed the credit. Whereas in income tax, what happened? Overbooking expenditure or less reported income. These kind of issues will leads to the crimes. Whereas in income tax, what happened? Your every income you should report it correspondingly. If you're a business, every expenditure will be allowed, and some of the expenditure according to the tax audit, every section what preserve that section, that amount only allowed. Beyond that, it is not allowed. So where you are crossing those sections and booking expenditure like a fake expenditure or maybe suppressing the income, this leads to the crimes. Then you will be started by income escaping assessment, scrutiny assessment, like regular scrutiny assessment, and then search, seizure, all these things like like linkage happen. Understood, friends?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Sir, after this section, can you please send this PDF?
Yeah, definitely. I'll share.
Can
Surely,
share
I'll.
this?
Yeah, I'll share you.
Okay, okay.
See, if you
Thank you
take
so much, sir.
KP Vargi versus ITO, the department showed that had difference between the stated sale price and the market value, suspecting as an understatement. However, there was no evidence of the SSC actually receiving the more than declared amount. The nature of crime is alleged understatement of the sale price to avoid the capital gain tax. But Supreme Court held that burden lies on the department to prove the actual understatement intent to evade must to be established. In this case, what happened? Department arguing that you are suppressed the sales price. Actually, what happened? You are suppressed the sale price and consider as a market value. What section 50cc says that the full value of consideration I will receive. Where actual consideration is lesser than the fair market value, below 50,000. then what will happen? I'll consider as the fair market value is the consideration. And then where your sale transaction or actual transaction or market value transaction difference between more than 105%, then I'll take, rather than the actual consideration, I'll take as the market value consideration. Where the difference between 105 below than actual consideration. So these are norms over there. But Supreme Court says that whether he received more price rather than the stated price, whether you have a proof he received through bank account, you have to prove that. The proving nature burden is proved on the department only. But where there are a lot of other sections is there where the fair market value and normal transaction is more than, the difference is more than 50, then the difference income I will be considered as income from other sources. I am not going to allow you as a cost of acquisition. That part. So there are other sections for the speaking into this. So the crime how happened? Here crime happened. For example, if I sell outside, my calculator price is 200. Whereas my related party transaction, I'll give you 150 rupees alone. It means that the 50 rupees you are not reported under your P&L income side, then this 50 rupees will be lost to the government on that income part. That is the reason they brought several laws, rules, procedures, norms, conditions, everything. So out of that, this is one case. But the guy went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court says that okay, it's okay, fine, fine. But whether SSC received or not, actually, the burden of proof lying on the department side, not on the SSC side. That's what they're giving judgment. Now, second case. Ah, yes, yes, boss. Yes,
No, no,
Kriba.
no, no, sir, no, sir, no, sir.
Ah.
It's my dad. I'm sorry.
See, next case, if I take Commissioner of Income Tax versus Smiths, PK Nurjan. A minor girl was found with unexplained investment. The AO added the entire amount as unexplained income under section 69. Nature of crime, suspected tax evasion was benami, unexplained investment, judgment. Addition under section 69 is a discretionary of the AO, not mandatory. Relief is granted. See, in this case, even though SSC is a minor, where there was unexplained money or unexplained investment or unexplained expenditure is there, those income will be clubbed with the parent income and will be assessed under the income escaping assessment. But this discretion with lies with the assessing officer, whether he will consider as a deemed income or not, based upon the facts available with the assessing officer. It is a discretion of the assessing officer. Just mere a minor, he cannot escape from the law. So where SSC, where the minor is a benami, then the real owner will open to the substantial overform of the transaction. The real owner will be culprit, he will be the liable for the tax, and then he has to discharge the liability. Next, third case, Commissioner of Income Tax versus Durga Prasad Moore. SSC claimed ownership of the property through Binami arrangement to reduce the taxable income. Nature of crime, what is that crime? The concealment of the ownership to evade wealth income tax. See, SSC is not a real owner, is like a binomy, whereas the transaction, like what is the binomy transaction? Binomy means on the record will be someone, but that will be enjoyed by someone. Even though record is in the someone, as a legally Mr. Y, Mr. Kriba is is the property owner, but he is not enjoying the property enjoying by someone. So even though the property
It's like trespasser.
not trespassers, it is a binami. Like
Okay,
they
okay.
will be recorded under
Okay,
someone name,
fine, fine.
it will be enjoyed by someone name. So in such cases,
Okay,
such
okay,
big
okay.
binami transactions, the income will be assessed in the real owner, will open the substantial over form, will find the real person, will be liable. But is a protecting as a like owner of the property, he will also be liable for the other consequences. So I explained you a few income tax cases. Now I will talk about some provisions, like what law says that, and thereafter I will go to filing and all. I'll show you. I'll move out. Few like very famous cases I'll show you. Supreme
In the
Court
chart.
notable ongoing disputes. Anthrexy versus Karnataka VAT Department. This case 317 crores VAT demanded stayed by the Supreme Court from Anthrax ISRO, dating back 2018 and 2008 to 14. And Samsung India versus executive penalty. There are few big cases over there. You might have, for example, High Court cases under 800 crores Nagpur GST scam, Pan Masala GST evasion, Entron Traders, HR Motors Madras High Court, Jumila Indian High Court, the customs seizure, like Good Life Global Contraband. This case is GST customs seizure and the charges framed upheld by the Delhi High Court. So these are the few. Now go to provision. Section 122 will talk about the penalty in case of GST. Section 122 will talk about the penalty and certain offences. And 123 will talk about the penalty for failure to furnish information. 124 will talk about the penalty for failure to furnish the statistics. 125 general penalty. 126 general disciplinary penalties.
Sir, sir, slowly, slowly, sir.
And then prosecution and imprisonment will be section 132. They clearly says that based on the amount nature, these positions will be applied. And there will be some compounding. There will be some procedure is there for demanding recovery, including no, they need to give DR01A first, and then thereafter that is the pre-show cause notice. Show cause notice means DRC01. Thereafter, it will be recorded through DRC03, or else they will issue DRC07, and then DRC07 only need to go for the appellate authority. Once appellate authority is not favorable, then you need to go to GST 80. GST 80 is still not constituted, then High Court, Supreme Court. So there will be some procedure over there regarding to offences and penalties. Okay. 73
Okay.
and all fraud cases, 74 and all, 73 non-fraud case, 74 fraud cases, 73 there will be 2 years 9 months they have a time limit to issue notice, whereas 74 cases they have a time limit 4 years to 6 months can give the notice and complete the assessment by the 5 years. Okay, and then wherever you go,
Okay.
wherever if you go detention, while during the transit of the goods, for example, your goods was going to from Chennai to Mumbai. During the transit, they find some misappropriation without bill or without invoice. Then they found the transaction. Then what is the penalty? If goods transported without valid document, penalty can be 100% of the tax if owner is coming forward. If owner is not coming forward, 50% of the value of goods where owner is does not coming forward. See, first case 100% of tax. Second case 50% of the value of goods. Which will be higher? 50% of the value of goods will be higher, right? Why? Owner is not coming forward. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, there are some few cases. Make my trip, fake invoice, denial of ITC, and Jayanti Automobiles High Court arrested, upheld issuing the fake invoice under Section 132. Bhumi Associates, a repetitive fake invoices rocket denied by bail. Okay. There will be some departmental, they will have like income tax department, director of intelligence, serious fraud investigation, CBI, that and all department side they will do. Okay. So there will be evidences, digital evidence, forensic evidence, banking trials. There are some AI tools, big tools, cyber crimes. This will be some international transaction. No need for you. Uh, this under already I explained you. See, these are the income tax. For example, section 275A, contravention under section 132 subsection 3, where search and seizure orders if you are contravened, 2 years time limit, 2 years plus fine punishment will be. Like there are few other sections over there. So okay, this is what this much only. There are if so much is there in income tax. If I need to explain means I'm very good in income tax. I can go so much depth. That may take time so much time to you. Now I'll open the High Court e-filing.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
See, this is the e-filing website. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Now you need to go select where your membership is enrolled. Okay. I am enrolled with Andhra Pradesh High Court. Okay.
Okay, sir.
My enrollment number is AP bar 746 bar 2022. My password is Sreeman at the rate of 1234. I'll give you my credentials also. You can try later.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
అయ్యో ఇన్వాలిడా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్. హలో gone because Zoom no.
You have to meet tomorrow morning itself, sir. Like 10:30.
No. Tomorrow full day I have other work, bro. Tomorrow not possible.
Oh,
Tomorrow full day. Some other day, don't worry.
oh,
That
oh,
I'll show you filing and all. Okay, wa. Sir, okay,
okay, sir.
Don't mistake me because
Can you
June.
share the PDF, sir?
Uh,
Can you share the PDF, sir? Like
even my credentials also will give you no issue. You can try if you want
okay.
to.
Okay.
Sir, okay, bye, bro. I'll share you. Don't worry. Exclusively High Court e-filing. Okay. One day exclusively for High Court
Okay, sir.
e-filing. Exclusive e-filing.
Okay, sir.
No other work.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir.
Okay, you went High Court today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Okay,
went
okay,
to
okay. All
High
the
Court.
best. Huh?
Yes, sir. This is the family court, sir.
Okay, no issue. One day we exclusively we need to do e-filing. Okay, wow.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise,
Okay, sir.
otherwise you brought any case over there that we'll file in live.
Okay, sir. Okay.
You want
Sure,
credentials? I'll
sir.
give you credentials. No issue.
That's fine, sir. All right.
Okay, bye bye.